What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming. So in a previous video I had talked about Black Friday and some of the deals that were going on and such, and me personally, I didn't actually physically go out shopping. However, I did do a little bit of online shopping. I only had to pick up one game. It's really the only one that kind of really caught my eye. All the other ones I kind of either had or I just wasn't really interested in, but there was one particular game that I had my eye on since it launched, and I figured I'd wait until Black Friday time and hoping that would be on sale. And sure enough, it was on sale and at a damn great price as well too, and that is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now I ended up picking this game up for $25 on Walmart.com, which is definitely a hell of a deal. I wanted to get the PS5 version because I do most of my single player games on my PS5, and my multiplayer games or Xbox exclusives and stuff, of course, I play on the Xbox Series X. But I went ahead and since they were sold out, I ended up getting it for the Xbox Series X, which is just fine because it does indeed look fantastic. It has performance mode, quality mode, it has the ray tracing, everything else here. I personally like to play this game on performance mode. I want that 60 FPS, and I'm telling you guys, it's definitely a heck of a game here. Now it's crazy because when I bought this game here, I was like, $25, it's gonna be the most basic game here. Now there is no extra add-ons or anything, but however, they did send me the steelbook as well too. So they actually sent me over the steelbook because I got the game in a package and I felt it and I was like, it feels like 2 games in there. Did they send me like 2 of the same games or another game or something? But no, they sent me the actual physical game here. Again, this is why I'm a physical game collector. Number one, the game is $25. On the Xbox store, it was still like $30 or $35, I believe it was. So again, I still got a great deal on it on the the actual physical website, physical websites with Walmart and stuff like that, and Target even. So here it is though. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but there is the actual physical steelbook that came with the game at $25. So pretty impressive. That because I think it's like $10. If you go to Best Buy, you can usually buy steelbooks for $10. So again, though, this game has impressed me. I'm a huge fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Absolutely loved them. So again, big difference though between this and the movies as far as the characters. A lot of people were hating on this. They were really skeptical about it because, of course, the characters are more based off like the comic book style. They're not so much based off of the movies and such as well too. So I, for one, was a little bit worried about that, but when I actually played the game and got into it, it didn't bother me at all. In my mind, of course, I was always still seeing, Dave Bautista as Drax, but of course, though, it was fine. I got over it. I ended up falling in love with the characters, and I had an absolutely blast playing this game here. My favorite parts of the game is going to be the story. I love the bantering and such as well too. So as you're playing the game, you can make this as Peter Quill. You basically play as Star-Lord, Peter Quill only, but it's cool because it does have a lot of RPG, aspects to it, as well as some decision making. So it's kind of cool because as you're playing, all of a sudden nowhere you'll get a chance to choose like how you want to respond to like the bantering that's going on between Rocket and Groot. And it's kind of cool because, like I said, you can do that and kind of like sway the story a little bit here as well too. But again, though, the bantering is absolutely hilarious. The dialogue itself is just funny. The story is great. Everything else as far as the quality and everything is absolutely. It looks absolutely fantastic, especially on the Series X here. I'm not too sure how it looks on the other consoles, but on the Series X, you do get an upgrade when you first put the game in as well too, to that Xbox Series X, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The pacing of the game is just awesome. I never ran into any parts that was really boring or anything like that. I just kept going and going and going, and I had a lot of fun doing so. Now, I do like the RPG aspects of it as well too, where it's almost like Ratchet and Clank and stuff. And so many other, Cyberpunk, so many other games where you kind of go around and you pick up, additional like parts and stuff that you'll use to be able to, upgrade your abilities and so forth here. So I like that how they entered in the RPG aspects to the game, applied it to the game as well too. Another thing I really enjoy, if you ever play, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 or any other games as well too, but specifically on 3 anyways, where you don't get to really play as all the characters in this game. You only get to play as Star-Lord, but the difference though in Ultimate Alliance, you do get to play as some of those additional characters. But what I mean by kind of the similarities with this game is that you'll use like the LB and like the A, X, Y, B to pick which character you want to use. So for example, if you hold LB and you hit A, Rocket will come in and do an ability or so forth. You hold LB and you hit X, then Groot will come in, and each character does something, an ability or so forth, to help you out, whether it's combat or whether or not it's helping you get, like Groot will throw his trunks across the way to allow you to basically use it as a bridge and such as well too. So he'll help pave the way across and everything. So again, I do like that aspect. You don't actually get to physically play as those other characters, but you get to utilize them in some way, some fashion, to make them feel like they're actually involved in the game as well too, which they definitely are heavily, because you're going to need them as the game progresses. So again though, I just wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys, tell you that if you have the chance to pick this up, definitely do it. Of course, I don't think it's $25 right now, but for $25, this here was a heck of a steal. Getting both these on my Xbox Series X, and again, it's definitely, I haven't finished the game yet, so I will admit that, but I will say that it's definitely a contender up there, and it is a nomination for Game of the Year as well too. I believe it is. If not, I know it's the soundtrack is part of it, but I'll look and see. But it should be, because it's a damn good game, and I definitely would suggest and recommend everybody to play it if you get a chance to. Don't let the haters hate on this game so much. It's definitely a lot of fun if you're into single player story adventure modes with some RPG elements as well too. And trust me, you'll get past the whole character thing as well. So definitely keep that in mind, guys. Like I said, make sure you pick that up. Now, really quick here, speaking of Game of the Year, I will be co-streaming the Game Awards here coming up this week, this Thursday, December 9th on my Twitch. So make sure you guys check that out. I'll be officially co-streaming it here. Should be getting my badge and stuff in the mail here pretty soon. It's kind of cool. They're sending those out to us. Now, there's a lot of controversy going on behind it with Activision, etc. Yes, it sucks, but I, for one, am still excited for the Game Awards. So, what I want to go and say here, though, speaking of Game Awards and speaking of Games of the Year, I gotta say my Game of the Year thus far, anyways, when it's pretty much over with, anyways, is going to be Resident Evil Village. So, I talked about this game in a previous video, so I'm not going to really talk about it so much, but I absolutely love this game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I completed it over a weekend, of course. It's not very long. It's like 9 hours long. Completed it over the weekend. Absolutely fell in love with it. It looks great on the PS5. It's just a lot of fun. I love the pacing. I love the story. I just loved everything about it here. It's got that mix of combat and the horror style game as well too, that traditional Resident Evil games kind of have. Reminds me a lot of Resident Evil 4 to a degree, anyways. The fact that you live with the combat and such as well too, kind of mixed in with that horror style gameplay and stuff. So again, my Game of the Year as of right now, it's probably going to be stay the same, which this is coming in at a close second. And when I finish this, it may change. But as of right now, though, this here is definitely my Game of the Year. So again, make sure you guys check out the Video Game Awards this Thursday. As I mentioned, I will be co-streaming it live on my Twitch. So guys, that's all I want to basically talk about here today, is the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy is a great game, and I got it at a great price. And with Resident Evil Village being my Game of the Year thus far, but this could definitely change here over the next week or two. So guys, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of either of these games. Let me know what you guys think of Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you pick it up? Is it a top contender for your Game of the Year? Definitely let me know. Sound off down below. As always, guys, make sure you like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on that bell notification to keep updated with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.